In 1938, German scientists bombarded uranium atoms with neutrons and found that the atoms had split. The resulting process became known as nuclear fission. A tiny amount of matter had released an extraordinary amount of energy. The physics worked, the mathematics worked, the engineering worked. The problem wasn't intelligence, the problem came afterwards. What should humanity do with all this power? War, of course. In 1945, the first atomic bomb is tested in the desert of New Mexico. 3 weeks later, Hiroshima. Approximately 70,000 people died within seconds of the explosion. 3 days after that, Nagasaki. The devastation was equally haunting. Nuclear power could have been unlimited clean energy. Instead, we perfected unmeasurable destruction. Today, we have thermonuclear bombs that are 1,000 times more powerful, and yet we still struggle to power our cities. Why? It is a peculiar realization that knowledge doesn't actually command behavior. The strange nature of human beings is that we often know exactly what we should do, and yet do the opposite. We know that we should exercise. We know that we should save money. We know that we should eat better. We know that we should go to bed early, and yet we stay up much later to watch a few more episodes. Intelligence is obviously not what's lacking, because more understanding will not introduce us to any new useful information that we didn't already possess. So then what's going on? Perhaps intelligence functions less like a solution and more like an amplifier. It amplifies whatever already exists. A compassionate person becomes more effective at helping others. A selfish person becomes more effective at helping themselves. A wise civilization becomes more capable at flourishing, and an immature state becomes more capable at destroying itself. Intelligence doesn't seem to decide the destination, it only increases the speed of travel. Perhaps this is why humanity's problems have persisted despite us being more and more informed over the years. The world today is not suffering from a shortage of information, it is suffering from a shortage of wisdom, a shortage of discipline, a shortage of self-restraint, a shortage of long-term thinking. And if those qualities do not improve alongside intelligence, then 1,000-fold increase in intelligence may not save humanity. It may simply amplify whatever humanity already is. But this raises a deeper question, because throughout this entire discussion, we've assumed that technological progress has an obvious goal: become smarter, become more capable, gain more control, advance civilization. But what if the assumption is wrong? What if there are actually two very different ways to improve humanity? One seeks to understand nature and live in harmony with it, and the other seeks to dominate nature and reshape it according to human desires. Both call themselves progress, both call themselves technology, yet they point towards completely different futures. And before we decide which future we want, we first need to answer a surprisingly difficult question. What is technology actually for?